I'm going to call this video Asleep. A lot of people, they wonder why, especially targeted individuals or even other people who seem to be concerned about the world and its trajectory are so upset. They wonder why. People are, getting, riled up about things. So they wonder, why certain people are anxious or paranoid, or, why they are thinking so much. I was told that when I was a kid. You think too much. You think it's not going to work out for you. You think too much. Okay, and it's never enough. I mean, you can either think too much or you don't think enough. You can't win. And that's part of the gaslighting. You can never do anything right. I know a lot of you guys that have been targeted individuals all the way back from your childhood. You were told probably a lot of stuff like that, and it's like those suggestions that I talk about in street theater and gaslighting. And you're supposed to see yourself according to these, messages that are sent to you. People are so smart, they can tell you what's wrong with you, but at the same time, they're not smart enough to know how to help you, other than to just be critical and criticize you. When you're young, you don't figure it out. When you get older, you know that these people really didn't care. They were just kind of venting on you. And you get a lot of that. Targeted individuals have always been the kickball, whether it's their family or the group dynamic, the scapegoat. I don't know why. Maybe there's just something written, on our foreheads that we can't see. I don't know. But anyway, I think that there's a lot of people out there that just don't. I don't know. They're just blind to what's going on there. It's like they're asleep. It's like they don't know you have reality. And I think that, people, who experience harassment they're more in touch with reality than the people who think they're normal. I was thinking about calling the video normal. But, I suppose I could put another one out that deals more with that. But, I mean, what is it? I mean, what aspect of this world do you need to look at and hone in on with a microscope or focus in on and look at for you to get any other conclusion than this place is seriously messed up? Okay, I could go into a lot of examples, but I mean, it's like you can either come to, one or two conclusions. Either people are asleep and they really don't know. They're just literally that stupid that they can't figure some of this stuff out. And I'm talking about the things that, are considered conspiracy theories that are laughed off until, they reek so much. And there's just so much overwhelming evidence that it just spills over and just blows up in front of everybody's face. And then, of course, then people just forget about it. They don't, I don't know, we don't remember. And there's something else. I mean, we got the, 9/11 thing. Okay, I'm not going to go into that, but really? The Building 7 didn't even get hit by a damn aircraft, and, it just happened to have all those financial documents and somehow collapsed. I don't know. And the best part was when it was still standing in the background, and the people on the news were, talking about the fact that it had collapsed and it's still standing there. But anyway, really. So I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of examples like that where I don't know. I mean, you have the other explanation to where people are just turning a blind eye. It's the other form of wisdom that maybe we just don't catch on to. Maybe targeted individuals are just dumb in the sense that they, that just don't catch on that banging your head against a brick wall and trying to, I don't know, point out the inconsistencies or valuing the truth of what's really going on is maybe it's just maybe it's just a foolish endeavor. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me. I know that that I've got a lot of character defects, but I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. So you got those two explanations, and when it comes to harassment, people, they have kind of a normal life, or maybe they had a normal life, or so-called normal life, and then they experience this, surreal, gang stalking experience, to where the world just isn't what they thought it was. They've got people messing with them, talking about personal information. It seems like it's everywhere. People are breaking into their house. All kinds of things are going on that are unexplainable. And then you've got, everybody, telling you that you're insane if you're one of those kind of people that happen to try and talk about it or inquire about it or, actually, have an honest, communication with some of the people if you're close to them and they're doing this to you. And you're wondering why. You're wondering what the hell's going on. And it's the same. It's always the same with people who experience it. You're crazy. You're nuts. You're just, hallucinating or whatever, right? And there you've got the example. I used it. You got the things in the news and all this other stuff, and really. So I don't know how else to look at it, because really, when it comes down to it, people that experience harassment, they deal with that frustration to where. The reality that they had thought that they were living in or that they were experiencing has totally dissipated, completely gone from underneath their feet. So then the question really is, what are you dealing with? What is reality? And what kind of a normal, do you really have to logically accept after all the things that you've learned? Trying to put back the pieces and the building blocks to get back to what you think normal is. Well, is that really realistic? Are you really going to be able to process information to the point where all of a sudden you're really going to believe that somehow, maybe someday someone is going to catch someone with an energy device, in an apartment complex or something, and, the whole thing is going to blow wide open, and, the whole thing is going to be over. Everybody will know, and you'll be vindicated. And, the whole gang stalking government program that has, destroyed your life, and all the targeted individuals in the world will be set free, right? No, I don't think so. It'd be great, but there's a huge problem there, and one of them is, and I get a lot of flack from this, and I'm not saying that the government isn't involved. I'm not even saying that it can't be manifest through that, but the government, they're big, bad, and scary, and they're like the biggest thing that people understand, and it's got to be the secret underground cavern with all this, awesome technology that we don't know about. And are you serious? This is way bigger than that. This is beyond the government. It's way scarier than that, way beyond that. And, I get a lot of flack because I don't like to talk about technology. And there's a reason. And I've tried to, give the answer for that. And it's, technology comes from somewhere. It didn't just appear. And there's people out there that don't want the spiritual explanation. Fine. That's fine. We can agree to disagree, but that's what I believe. And from all the things that I've seen, I pretty much know it. And if you think that, these people that are coming forward saying, I helped design the device and they're going to read thoughts, and that the technology is delved out to us. We're like animals compared to these beings that are ruling this planet right now. And they've had this technology for who knows how long. Whatever technology that you want to imagine, it's nothing compared to what they have. This is far beyond any kind of, government technology thing that man has, or anything that people would consider the little green men would bring into the universe from some outside galaxy and enable people to rule the world. It's way beyond any of it. All of it. And even some of the UFO stuff that you're seeing out there, in my opinion, is evidence that whatever people are seeing, whether it's some type of, video or whatever, or an eyewitness account, that, people are always saying, oh, it was going, must have been going 15,000 miles an hour, and then it just went in the other direction all of a sudden. Well, you know what that says to me? That's interdimensional. And I've talked about that before. We are dealing with things that are from another dimension, literally. How do I explain that? I don't know how to explain it, but that's the only explanation. And it's just proof. If you're in if you're in our physical plane and you're traveling, however fast you want to 10,000 miles an hour, whatever, all these things, these eyewitness accounts, and then all of a sudden you go in a different direction, you can't do it physically. You can't. It just lends nothing but credence to the fact that whatever it is, it's not of our type of physical makeup, and that some of the things just appear and disappear. It sounds dimensional to me. This is way beyond the government. This is way beyond any type of human organization that anybody could imagine in their wildest dreams. Period. And I've told people before, you have to pray, you have to ask God for help. This is going somewhere. It is. And if you look through history, you can see apocalyptic type events that they come up and transpire. We had the Hitler thing. If I would have been alive back then, I would have thought that, he was the Antichrist. I would have thought, the tribulation period was about to start. But this has happened over and over in history. And even if we are not headed towards the tribulation period, I guarantee, because of what history tells us, we're headed to something like it. Okay? And I've talked about that before. I've gone in and I've studied what's going on over in the Mediterranean and all the kingdoms of the earth. Now we've got the eighth rising up again, the revived Ottoman Empire, and who knows? I don't know. I mean, for all I know, I could be completely wrong. But even if I am, even if, the image of the beast is not in Mecca in the form of the Kaaba, and the Antichrist isn't about ready to come on the scene, and somehow it's insignificant that Israel is regathered over there and everything. I don't know, but even if it's not significant, we're still headed towards something, and you can see it. And even in the news now, people are talking about for the people that don't want to get vaccinated, and it's illegal as far as I know to mandate a vaccine that has not been FDA approved. It's illegal, as far as I know. They're going to try and make life hard for people. That sounds pretty Orwellian to me. Who knows what's going to happen? Who knows where we're headed? Who knows what's coming down the tracks? And everybody's asleep. I don't know if people don't want to know, or they've really been so blinded, or they're just so out of it that they just don't see it coming. The people that are helping create this nightmare for you don't see what's coming. They are creating their own nightmare. They are fooled. They are not fooling you. Be good to yourself.